Hi, my name is Filipe Carrera, and I received a very kind invitation from Professor Abdullah to do a presentation, uh, but we tried it on the 12th of November. Unfortunately, Professor Abdullah had a health issue, so we couldn't do it live. So we decided, because it was very hard to find another date, to do it like a video. So in this video, I want to share some of my experience in the digital world. I have been working in the digital world for the last 20 years, and I have seen a lot of things, and I want to share with you what I think are the big trends in digital world that you have to follow in order to be successful in the 21st century. Because digital marketing is flipping marketing. And we have to see what is new. And what is new is that nowadays everybody wants something just in time. Everything has to be just in time. You need to answer, and you need answers back very fast. That's why we need on the website, on the social networks, when we put a post, we think that the brand will talk to us very fast. Also, we are changing the perception of time. We go to many places, bus stops, ATM lines, uh, airports, hairdressers, and we pick up the phone. Why? Because we want to change our perception of time. We look to it in order to uh, waste some time in something that we find more productive than looking to the wall. And also at the same time, this is an opportunity for brands to communicate with their customers. For instance, this guy is in the bathroom, and before he would have a magazine, a newspaper, but he couldn't interact, and now he can. Interaction is the novelty, so we can interact with these devices. Also, we are changing the perception of space. Space is different because we have before we had in science fiction, like in this Star Trek, we had to go from one planet to another. And the thing is that all science fiction movies would talk about faster and faster and faster traveling, but never of the possibility of not needing to travel. So nowadays we have a different perception of space, and we can be in places virtually, and this is very important. These guys, nowadays, they call it another thing. When they started, they were the millennials. Now the millennials are Generation Y, and Generation Z are the ones that are these guys. These guys are my kids. And they are going to change everything. For them, the world was always digital, always. There was no analogical photo or sound or movies or videos, and devices like the tablets, mobile phones, smartphones, computers are around from their when they were born. And it's very important to understand that this generation is changing everything. So this is the generation that picked on Pokemon Go and started playing everywhere, and it was very easy to them to understand that there is a world and there is an augmented reality world, because they are very used to it. This is for them like people that know another language, that start from early beginnings to learn two languages, and we get amazed. A kid that speaks two languages very easy. Adults, it's very complicated, because for them the world has been always digital, and they don't understand the way we relate, the way we communicate, the way we learn, the way that we put ourselves in the market, and especially the way we work, because we are not taking full advantage of the technology that we have in our hands. Also, we live in a world of social score. These are websites that are scoring, um, might be houses, might be your work like freelancer, might be Uber that everybody's talking about, that is um, grading drivers. But also professionals in LinkedIn are graded by others. So it is very important that we understand that we live in a world of social score. People before were up or down in the social scale, much because of their bank scoring. Now, social score, recommendation from peers, recommendation for customers, from providers is much more important, and it will be much more important. So for students, I always say, be very careful about your digital footprint, because it is your asset. You have to be very careful, because whatever you do, it will stay forever and ever. So also take advantage of this and create your digital footprint. Be very conscious about your personal brand. Also, we live in a world of shared experience. Nowadays, people don't start a meal without Instagramming. People don't go to some place and don't stop without doing, let's say, a Facebook Live or Periscope or Snapchat or YouTube video about it. We need to share. We always, as human beings, we needed to share. But nowadays, we have wonderful, fantastic platforms that give us the possibility to share in a multimedia way, and better even to do streaming. So we are having the experience just now, and we can stream it directly to the world. Are we talking about a new marketing? In my view, yes, social marketing. And let me give you some of the transformations that we are seeing between the old marketing and the new marketing that I call social marketing. First of all, communication. In old marketing, it was like this: broadcasting. I have this product, it's absolutely fantastic, buy it. And I wouldn't hear the customer. Now it's a conversation with the customer. So we need to hear the customer. Also, but we now can, because through the apps, through communities, we can get a lot of input. And the customer can be quiet and he's still talking to us, because the customer is giving us data. How he reacts to our communication, how he reacts to our product. Without saying anything, the customer is giving us data. We can get a lot of data. That's why nowadays we talk about big data, because websites, apps are generating millions and millions and millions of bytes about everything. Reputation. Before, it was about not having a brand, to stand up in the crowd with a big brand. But brand without reputation, and reputation is made by others, is worthless. The interesting thing is that you cannot invest 1 million Turkish liras in reputation. You cannot. Reputation is something that is transversal to the company, because you might invest in a magnificent campaign with outdoors, TV ads, and everything, and then you might have a very bad contact center, or products that have flaws, or shops that are not handling well customers, and reputation goes away. So reputation is something that is made by our stakeholders, our providers, our investors, our clients. But the thing is that nowadays, the battlefield of reputation is online. You have to be with your ear close to the net and see what people are talking about. Segmentation, also different. Before, it was demographic: what age, gender, where they live, how much they earn. And now we care much more about attitudes, because people are changing. Think about age. Think about how music is. Nowadays, you have groups like Rolling Stones or the Scorpions that they are 70 years old, more than 70 years old, and they are playing rock. And they have an audience. But this is only a symptom. Think about what older people now dress, buy. It's completely different than some years ago. People are different in their attitudes. Also, you can find a lot of people that earn very little and they come buy luxury products. It's all about the attitudes, the interests, and the behaviors. And the biggest database in the world about this is Facebook. So we can reach that surfer that is 60 years old and lives very far from the ocean, but he loves surf and he is able to go by plane to anywhere in the world to do surfing. If I have a surf shop, that client interests me. We live in a world of content marketing, but before content was like in a factory. It was produced by the company, nobody else. And nowadays, any Homer Simpson with a computer can start and produce content about our company. Think about this. Nowadays, anybody with a smartphone, with a tablet, with a computer can create content about the company. An example, go to YouTube, put the brand and the model of your smartphone, and I bet with you that you will find hundreds of videos, but only a few are from the company that made the mobile phone. Meaning that we have to also harvest this power of the network to create content. We need to have brand advocates, brand ambassadors, and these guys will create content for us if we treat them well. If we treat them badly, they will do exactly the opposite. Strategy. Before, we would think about putting a product in the market from up down. So we will decide what the consumer will have as behavior about our product. We have to use, like I said before, our customers as brand advocates, as brand ambassadors. We have to use the power of influencers that can make other people to also consume our products. And that is absolutely important. Metrics. Before it was audience. How many people saw our ad? 3 million saw our ad. How much we sold because of that? I don't know. I cannot know. With digital marketing, you really can know how much you get by each euro, each Turkish lira, each dollar, because you can trace from the moment that the person sees, for instance, the banner, what they click, and they go through our website and they buy it. And we can see how much that sale costs to us, or this contact, or this click. So it's passing from CPM, cost per visualizations, to ROI, return on investment. And this is the challenge that I want to give you. This is an actual wave. This wave is from Portugal, 30 meters wave. And the guy that is surfing is an American called Gareth McNamara. And this is a good image of what I see as a situation nowadays. Nowadays, there is a wave. The digital wave is huge, is immense. And you can make a choice at this point. One, you ride the wave. Second, you are crushed by the wave. I think this is the moment that you have to take this decision. Because I've been, like I said, working in the digital world for many, many years, and I have been saying for the last 10 years, look out, a wave will come. And most of the people didn't believe, because they thought that things would be more or less like they were. Even science fiction was not talking about this wave. This is a proof that the future is always different than we imagine. But now we have it here. But again, some people have this kind of security feeling because they see some waves in front, but they don't see really the big wave. People are talking about for several years, but they don't see it. But I really believe that you have to grab this opportunity and think. You have to change the way you work, you have to change the way you relate, you have to change the way you learn, you have to change the way you position yourself in the market, you have to change finally the way you work. use this technology in order to change, because also you have to change the way you lead, because we are in a digital world. Thank you very much for your attention, Teşekkür, and I hope these minutes have been useful for you in order to challenge you to think digital, because the world is more and more digital. Thank you very much.